Hi,
Hi.
gorgeous.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm just in my kitchen.
Girl, you know, I wish I was in my kitchen right now. I'm actually in the studio. I'm one of the few, I think, radio people in the country right now that's actually still
Wow.
in their facility, but it's all good. I'm the only one. That's why.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like they kind of have quarantined me in the studio. So other
Yeah.
people are quarantining at home, but I'm here at the
Okay.
studio. So happy to be checking in with you. How is quarantine life treating you?
Fine. I mean, I'm just getting desperately bored, but I don't have anything to complain about really.
Are you in, so let me ask, you're from like Michigan, correct?
Mhm.
Are you in Michigan, like with your family, or are you out in LA?
I'm still in LA.
Okay.
My family's like, "Come home," and I'm like, "Listen, I love you, but like."
Yeah. No, and it was funny because I was on your Instagram and I was like, yeah, that looks a little too sunny to be Michigan right now. So she's probably in LA. So that's good. So talk to me, like, what have we been writing? I mean, obviously you have a new song.
Yeah.
Which is, we'll get to that, but have you been taking this time to write? I know you've been doing a hell of a lot of TikToks.
Yeah, I saw you looking at my page today.
Yes. Wait a minute.
I've just been getting into TikToks. I really didn't understand the app until now, which is like typical. Everybody's probably saying the same thing. But yeah, I've been doing some TikToks. I planted some herbs. I've been trying to, the one thing I like can't do is read. I don't know what it is. I just can't sit down and read. You know, like, so it's been a lot of writing. Last night this is the first time I ever did this. I wrote in my journal while I was drunk. Like, I have never done this before, like drunk journaling, maybe the new quarantine activity. Like, I read it back this morning and I was like, was it Hemingway that said, write drunk, edit sober? Like, I was like, what is going on?
First of all, that's got to be the best point. The best part is going back and reading it the next day. It's like when your friends videotape you out, like, on your birthday, and then they send you the videos the next day, like, hey girl, so whether you remember how much fun you had or not, let us just show you real quick.
Right. I mean, and it's all in the handwriting. Did you stay inside the line the whole way? I was like, I woke up this morning, I was like, I have reached a new level of art. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
What is happening?
Some of the great, like, let's be very clear here. Anybody who knows art, especially the classics, know folks were on a lot of stuff when they've written some of the best literature and music in the history of the world. Yeah. So I'm not encouraging anybody to do that. That's not.
Listen, we're here to talk about drinks, so I just thought I would start it off.
There you go. So at least you know what, you are true to your art, and I have to appreciate that 100%. And I do want to tip my hat to you on the TikTok front, because you are, whether you are just figuring it out or not, you are definitely a boss.
Thank you.
And I love your musical selections. They're super, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, if I saw you and you were on mute and then I were to like just turn the music on, I'd be like, oh, I didn't expect that level of ratchetry.
You know what? I actually really appreciate TikTok for that, because I have a ratchet urge in me.
We all do. And that's,
am I right?
That by looking at you, when I hit the unmute button, I'm like, yes, honey.
Okay, every now and then I have, I really, listen, I can't get into it. This is really bad. This is really ratchet song that I love. And I love posting videos where I'm like singing it or something, because everyone thinks I'm like, really sweet or whatever. I have to like throw them off.
You got me, girl. You got me today. And I was like, oh, I am here. I am more here for her than ever before. But I do want, like, obviously, yes, TikTok is great. We love it. But the other thing that was really impressive, your vocals are crazy. And by that, I mean, I love listening to an artist and being able to go, okay, I can hear a little bit of this. I can hear a little bit of that. But when I listen to you, I don't remember the last time I've heard a sound like yours. That is the ultimate, that's a huge compliment. But I want to ask you, who are some people that folks have compared you two, or like what's the greatest like compliment you've gotten as far as like your sound or your delivery or kind of the overall vibe of your music?
I think a lot of I get, to be honest, there's not a lot of like comparing, like direct comparing going on, which is I'm thankful for, but you know, it really can be confusing for the industry peeps. It's like, who do we try to emulate with this? So we're like, we are like talking about it. I think I really feel grateful when people say that I remind them of like, I don't know, maybe some older, like the 40s or the 20s, and you know, that kind of like delivery.
You have a jazzy, like, and I say this, but like a Nina, like, there's just a lot of emotion in your
Thank
vocals.
you.
Like what I've seen, like I listened to the EP, which I love. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that your true, like the true vocal talent, like I literally wrote it down. The EP is amazing. The production is great.
You're right.
Like lyrically, you're crazy. Like you write the most vivid, you paint the most vivid pictures with your lyrics, especially as we get a little bit deeper into the EP. I know when I got down to the end, like Nobody's Keeping Score.
Yeah.
And that to me is like the best display of your vocals on the EP. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that again, it's dope, but I think a lot of people don't go balls to the wall with how powerful or how much vocal talent they have, especially right now. Just because we seem to be in this kind of space where, you know, it's a more simplistic, I think, time vocally. Am I crazy for saying that?
No, you're right. I think a lot right now it's less about like how much you can belt, and it's more about like how little you can do, but like how emotional it can be.
Yes. And how the connection. There's an authenticity that people want, I think, in the lyrics. And I think they want to be able to sing along. I think they want to be able to connect with you in that space where you're not complete. Like, you know, I laugh all the time, and I'll use the comparison. Like, and Ariana Grande has amazing vocals, right? Like, we know she could go Broadway and just crush it.
Yeah.
But we don't get all of that all the time in every song she drops, right? But we know she can do it. And I think, to me, that's one of the things that people will learn as they learn that about you, is that you were singing Roberta Flack on one of your, you know, on one of your IG, like your IG videos. And I love the fact that you didn't know all the lyrics and you were like something, but just, it gave me chills. But that is a testament to, again, you wanting to be compared to the older souls, the Motown people. That's definitely there though, girl. Like you definitely give that off in the field.
Thank you. I think right now, especially when I was writing Mood Swing, like you just kind of like, when you're signed and they're like, we want to do this and this and this with your project, you think, what is that? How am I supposed to sound? And of course, naturally, what I sing in the shower is like jazz, you know? And like, but like when you're just starting out and you want to turn it into something real, a real career, I think, listen, like one day I'll do jazz, but right now I feel young. I want to be played in clubs. Like, I want to do dances and all this kind of stuff. So let me just save the jazz for a second.
Be grateful that, but the thing is, you as an artist have that ability. It's like Lady Gaga.
Yeah, exactly.
She is, and then all of a sudden she goes and she does a duets album with freaking Tony Bennett. Like,
I mean, if only. Right? I want to do that.
There you go. Let's put it out in the universe. But you definitely have the chops to do it. And again, I want to go back because lyrically, like, and I know you're a singer, like really you started off writing.
Right.
So I have to ask you, what is your favorite part of the process? Writing, getting in the studio and recording, or being with your fans and performing?
Oh my gosh, I love all of it. I really love all of it. But I have, like, it's such a, I don't know, there's such a high that comes with writing. It's like, it's literally addictive. You know, when I record and I write, it happens at the same time. So I write something, and then if I'm with Matthias, my usual dude, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get in the booth right now. And it's like a 2-second old idea, but we're like putting it in the track and we're going to figure it out immediately. There's a lot of instant gratification that comes with recording nowadays, where we can hear it immediately, where back in the day it was like to tape and all that.
Yeah.
So I definitely love the writing part and the recording part, but I do love all of it, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's crazy because I know a lot of people refer to you as like Katy Perry's protege.
Aww.
That's no. tiny shoes with that, right? Like,
yeah, I don't ever let it get to my head late at night when I can't sleep. Like that. Oh, I never let it get me all worked up.
But I mean, it's crazy to think that you literally, like, when you know the story, for those of you who are maybe watching, I know a lot of the people on here clearly follow you, are very, very familiar with your story. You basically just said F it and reached out to her DJ, right? And
yeah,
the next thing you know, fast forward, you're in her living room. Like,
yeah. I don't understand it. I really don't understand. I still pinch myself, and I'm still afraid that I'm going to wake up and it's going to be a dream, really. But you know, it sounds like a little fairy tale story, but there was a lot of like hard work. If there are any like artists listening,
yes.
you know, it was a lot of years of writing, a lot of years of like learning how to record myself, and really just like using the internet as a tool and networking and just making meaningful relationships with people in the industry.
I'm so happy that you addressed those people, because I know a lot of, you know, now it's crazy what we can do with social media and how much inspiration and motivation and insight, you know, young people who want to aspire, who are aspiring to be artists can get,
Yeah.
you know, in a moment like this. And I say that because, you know, I tell young kids all the time, like when I speak at schools, I'm like, you have all the tools, like you're so far ahead of the curve right now compared to past generations. Like you said, you can get a USB mic, plug it into your laptop, you know what I'm saying? And you have a recording studio. If you have GarageBand, Adobe Audition, it's nuts what you can do now in your closet. Like, it's crazy.
It is crazy. There's a lot more people doing it now because of that, which may be hard, but you know, if you practice and you have something that's like authentic to say, I think people can't help but they love to watch it. You know what I mean? They love to see that. So
where did your confidence come from, though, to literally just reach out? Because I know, you know, you were very honest. You know, you said in high school, you know, you did the therapy thing. You were bullied a little bit. You know what I mean? Which 99% of artists have a similar, you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. There's a reason why we like need our creativity.
Creatives are always a little different. You know what I mean? It is what it is, and you walk to your own beat, and that's what makes you. And it's also what makes you, you know, I think 75% of the planet is probably not part of the cool club. Yeah, like when you really think about it, most people are not cool in adolescence, right?
Right.
Like when you really think about it, the cool
and it's almost like a blessing. Like you don't want to be cool that young, because like there's so much more of your life. Like you better hope that God is saving that for you.
Right? Aren't you glad you didn't peak in high school? That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I love you so much. But again, you know, it's one of those things where it's like you overcame, I think, a lot of personal things, but for you just to be able to say, I'm going to go for this and I'm going to send this in and whatever happens, happens. Where did that come from?
Yeah, I think it's all about like measuring what the reality of that fear is. It's like, what's the worst that people can say when I reach out to them? No. You know, like the worst they can tell me is no. Like, okay. And there are so many people. There's not like one person at the door. Like I have yet to like come up to that person. Everyone thinks, oh, you know, the industry's one guy. It's not.
No.
There are plenty of posses and plenty of like clicks and scenes to get into. If one tells you no, then move on to the next. And so that's what I thought I would do, is just keep going. And even if, you know, it didn't work out the first time.
It is clearly paying off. And let me tell you something, very, very, very few people have it worked out the first time story. Like most artists, most people that make it in life, they'll tell you, I'm a 20-year overnight success. Like,
exactly.
I sat here grinding and putting in work for years, whether it's writing for other people before you actually get to make and record your own music.
Right.
Whether it's having doors shut in your face, whether it's being told no, whether it's thinking
making American Idol or not making it. Like, I didn't make American Idol, and now Katy works on the show. So
that's
what does it mean? Nothing. Like, you know, it means something, but you know.
100%. Like, no, so you can't let that stop you. If that is what is on your heart to do, you have to be relentless in the pursuit of your passions. 100%.
Absolutely.
we're gonna get to the song. I know a lot of people want to hear the song. You promised to sing it, right? Yes?
Yes, I'm gonna sing it. I'm gonna sing it in my kitchen. I hope it doesn't totally like make it lame, but
It's not gonna make it lame at all. But I do want to ask you, what is the best advice that Katy or any female in the
sure.
business has given you?
You know what? I get a lot of advice from a lot of people, and there are a lot of men in the industry that do look out for me too.
Nope.
The best advice Katy ever gave me was to just remember like where I came from, and remember like it's like a weird thing to move from a small town to LA, and then, well, I was in Chicago, but to LA, and then you have to remember who you're writing for, basically, is what she told me, to remember the people in Detroit and, who I was when I was growing up, because when I'm out here going to all these clubs and hanging out with these posses,
yeah,
you know how it goes. It gets a little bit convoluted.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
influences.
Quarantine life, I think, has put it back in perspective, because again, living in Miami, I always laugh. I'm like, it's just not real in a lot of ways. When you live and you work in this market, this is not real life. This is not how the majority of the world operates. It's not yachts and day parties and, every moment.
I wish I had a yacht right now, but yeah.
Right? Like it's not. So yes. And again, I have to double back down on what I said before. Lyrically, you definitely do write for everyone, because I don't get that vibe from you. Like when you're talking about, running a bath and getting in it and just all, like, I don't know, your pictures are so vivid, and I love that. Also, real quick, as far as quarantine life goes, 3 things that you've been doing to stay sane.
Well, I've been trying to wake up at the same time every day.
Okay.
So there's one thing. Planting stuff. I've been doing a lot of like home makeover vibes. I had a lot of holes in the wall. I learned how to like spackle.
Yes, you did.
That's how you say
spackle, yeah.
Yeah, spackle. Yeah. I'm like saying it with a German accent. Spackle. And then I've been like buffing it down. I'm like looking at some stuff I did, like buffing it down and then painting over, and I've been just remaking my space, kind of.
Well, I saw you painted the bathroom, and all I could think of was, people have no idea how hard it is actually to paint.
It's hard.
And it's like to make it even, and then all of a sudden you look back and you're like, oh, I put more on this part than that part, and then to get in the corners and the taping, like you're tired, and it's a workout too. Painting is a workout. So I was like,
absolutely.
I like that she painted, because I painted my stuff at Thanksgiving, and I was like, girl, I need a whole other Thanksgiving meal. I'm exhausted now.
I feel so skinny after this wall.
Do I have abs yet? Do I have
arms? Exactly. Like my arms are like falling off. Yeah. I'm like,
can I be in a fitness competition? No, girl. No, you can't. Not yet. You got a few more walls to go.
Right.
That's directed at me. Also,
oh, come on.
What are your must-have quarantine items? Whether it's snacks. I know you said you're not really reading, so books are not that, but.
I mean, I have them. I keep picking them up, and then I'm like, I can't do this right now. Then I put it back down. A blender is very necessary. I've been like doing a lot of shakes.
Yep.
Face masks, important. And I mean, I don't know how I would get by without like FaceTime. So an iPhone. I need my iPhone.
There you go. I'm not mad at those. Although I'm going to use this to segue into drinks. You posted a video. You made a shake, and then you wanted people to post their own shakes, but you said they had to drink out of the straw.
I wanted them to
wait a minute.
The straw in the tongue.
Unfortunately, though, some of us cannot roll our tongues.
Wow. Is it a sign of evolution or no?
It's one of those weird, it's a completely hereditary thing that some people can do and some people cannot. I am one of the rare people who cannot. And I was like, I was like, oh, now I'm mad. I'm kidding. But I was like, okay, you had your tongue rolled around the straw.
Yeah, I know it looked weird, but like I wanted people to be like, what's wrong with her? I like kind of like subtly throw in a random weird thing here and there. Cause like what we were talking about in the beginning, sometimes I seem a little bit like a kindergarten teacher or something, so I have to like throw in the ratchet moment or like the straw off the tongue.
you just call yourself a kindergarten teacher?
Kind of. I feel like the babysitter every now and then who like says the F word. Like,
you would be the ultimate kindergarten. Listen, you wrote a song called Drinks. First of all, you are probably every kindergarten teacher right now doing this distance learning thing. That's probably their theme song. Like, yes, get me another one.
You're right.
Sure any of our teachers would agree right now. Secondly, you'd be the coolest kindergarten teacher ever.
Thank you.
And like, think about sing-along time in your classroom. Bro.
We would make up songs for everything.
Thank you. That is what kindergarten is all about. So,
I mean, I'm down. I hope that being an artist works out, but like being a kindergarten teacher wouldn't be too bad.
First of all, I'm so done. Now I'm done with you. After you say that, I hope being an artist works out. But I mean, hey, after this conversation,
I have to go all the way back to school. By the time
artist,
I get out, I won't. Never mind. I'm going to stop.
First of all, you're not going back to school because I know if you're anything like me, I'm not incurring any more student loan debts. They're not forgiving mine. They keep taking the money out of my account. So,
girl, I feel you. I feel you.
And right now, I would love for you to prove to everybody why being an artist is 100% gonna work out. So if you feel like singing a little song for us, I would absolutely.
Oh shoot! I mean, I don't know if I can prove it all in this one moment, but I'll do my best. Let's see if I can get my song playing. I'm just gonna play it out of my Bluetooth speaker and sing along.
I love it.
Okay, cool. I'm thinking, do I want to stand? Do I want to sit? I'll stand up if I want to, but I'm gonna stop. You know what? I'm standing.
It's your world.
It's my kitchen. You're just right there. Okay. Tell me if you can hear it all right. Wait. I have to turn on the Bluetooth speaker.
Uh-oh. Is that Siri? Is that Alexa?
Good?
I'm good.
Okay. Fab. He got mad, so I got drinks. No, I'm not walking around in circles worried about what he thinks I was my friend. Drinking a drink, well, in my kitchen. Alexa knows the bartender, so all the drinks are free. He got mad, so I got some drinks. Yeah, some shit went down, so now I'm up for anything. Out with my friend, drinking a drink. I don't know what the problem is, I don't think it's me. First things first, yeah, I know it's a bummer. That's right, it started with one that turned into another. You know I won't fake it or keep it on the cover. And with it all out in the open, I can be me again. Taking a Band-Aid and ripping it off. Wish that I could, but I can't get right off. House made of cards and it's starting to fall. Does it feel like I'm sprinkling salt? He got mad, so I got drinks. No, I'm not walking around in circles worried about what he thinks out with my friend. Drinking a drink. Alexa knows the bartender, so all the drinks are free. He got mad, so I got some drinks. Yes, some shit went down, so now I'm up for anything. Out with my friend, drinking a drink. I don't know what the problem is, I don't think it's me. Feeling like it's automatic. Everything is so dramatic. Silver screens and movie scenes. So as soon as it's over, I can be me again. Taking a Band-Aid and ripping it off. Wish that I could, but I can't get rid of. House made of cards and it's starting to fall. Does it feel like I'm sprinkling salt? He got mad, so I got drinks. No, I'm not walking around in circles worried about what he thinks out with my friend. Drinking a drink. Alexa knows the bartender, so all the drinks are free. He got mad, so I got some drinks. Yeah, some shit went down, so now I'm up for anything. Out with my friend. Am I here? Drinking a drink.
For a second, you
I don't know what the problem is. I don't think it's me. Did I freeze a little? Yay!
Oh, that was amazing, Mama. First of all,
girl, you know, it's hard out here to sing like that and to be serious, so I'm glad you
well, first of all, I can see that being the squad song that is going to be the song that when you go to pick up your girl who's fighting with her dude or with her partner, her girl, whatever, that's the song that you're going to put on when you're on the way to wherever you're going while maintaining social distance, you know, grabbing those cocktails. Like, it's just, it's that song. When you're mad at your person, like, that's the song you're going to put on. And I heard
Hell yeah. I mean, honestly, that's like the hardest thing for me in this quarantine is like, I think I wrote a fucking, sorry, a
Girl,
bop.
yes! I love you even more now.
It's a bop. And I wrote it for women and friends and people to get together and be like, whatever, I'm going to drink a drink and live my best life. And so I'm bummed that like we can't go out and drink to it. But I hope that in the future we'll be able to.
But girl, we can certainly house party to it. We can Skype to it. We can FaceTime to it. We can cheer each other on the gram, on the IG, and the Facebook Live and all of that. So do not think for a second.
Thanks,
but
girl.
You did write a fucking bop, most definitely, and we love it.
Yay!
Again, Sin, you're so dope. Your vibe is just amazing.
Thank you.
I wish you nothing but success. And this is actually going to be in a Margot Robbie movie, right?
She's a producer on the movie, but she is not in the movie. It's a movie called Promising Young Woman, and it's on the soundtrack. So
that's huge.
I mean, I'm stoked about it. Right now, we're trying to figure out, or they're trying to figure out how the movie is being affected by this quarantine. So I don't know too many details about it because it's changing and. It's hard to keep up with it, but they're trying to work it out. Whatever is best for the movie will happen, and so it's epic. It's awesome.
It really is. And regardless, at some point the movie's going to come out. That song is going to be on the soundtrack, and hopefully we'll get more from you in between now and then. I know this is like, is this your first real radio promo, by the way?
I mean, as I did a little bit for my last song, Holy Roller. For a while ago, but yeah, I think this is the first time we're really, really diving deep into radio, and I think there's going to be a little bit of some international stuff going on as well. So thank you for being so great, the first person that I talked to today. So woo!
You are phenomenal, and like I said, it always makes me smile when an artist is still so excited about doing radio promo. And I saw you posted it in your Insta story, and you're just here for it. So we are here for you. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Love you. Love your music. And what I
Thanks,
love
girl. Love you
is
too.
that it's literally just the surface, like in the sense of there's so much depth to your vocals, to your writing. And I can't wait to see what that evolves into over what is going to be, I'm sure, a very long and very successful career. All right.
Hey, that means so much. Thank you. Thank you.
We love you, Mama. Be safe. Stay healthy. Whenever you're in Miami, please come by the new Hits 97.3, okay?
I would love to. I have not been to Miami yet, so I'm coming.
Shame on you. We'll grab drinks.
I was going to say, can we get drinks?
We most definitely can, girl.
Woo! Okay.
Love you, Mama. Be safe.
Thank you. You too.
Oh, my goodness. She was amazing. Yay.